What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica from The In-Between, and today I'm going to be talking all about breaking up with your 9 to 5 and building something that actually gives you your time back. Today, I'm walking you through the business model that allowed me to do exactly that. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and it's the exact reason I was finally able to walk away from a job that I couldn't stand and start calling the shots in my life. It's not drop shipping, it's not Amazon FBA, and it's definitely not another overhyped automation biz that sounds too good to be true. I'm talking about building small websites that rank on Google, bring in leads, aka people actively searching for services, and renting out those websites to local business owners for a monthly fee. If that sounds kind of random, guys, then stick with me because I'm about to show you exactly how it works and why it's honestly one of the best passive income models I've ever seen. So the basic concept is this. You build a website, you get it to rank on Google for search terms like fence repair Colorado Springs or junk removal in Austin, and anytime someone types those in, your site shows up first. They call the number listed on that site and boom, you've got leads. Then you forward those calls to a local business owner and start to charge them a monthly flat fee like digital rent. You own the site, you control all of the leads, and once you've done the upfront work, it keeps going with very little maintenance. That's why I call it digital real estate. To give you a real life example, one of my first sites I ever built was fencing repair in Colorado Springs. Nothing glamorous, guys, just a basic website targeting people who need help fixing fences after things like a storm or installing a new one. I built that site about 2 years ago and I had absolutely no experience with SEO when I started, but I followed a simple 6-step process, got it ranked, and within just a few months, all of the calls started flooding in. At first, I forwarded them all to a few different fencing companies in the area, just giving away the leads to see who would actually answer the phone and do good work. Once I found a solid guy who appreciated my leads, I gave him a free 7-day trial, and then he ended up calling me to ask me what he owed me to keep this going. Now that same business owner pays me at least $1,000 a month for that same site every single month to get all of the calls that site brings in. I haven't touched the site in over a year and I still get paid. This one site paid for itself in only 3 months and now it's just straight profit. And that's exactly why I love this model. So there are a few steps to this business model. The first one being what I call due diligence. That just means doing a little research to find a good city and service niche, and you're looking for a combo of solid demand, usually people actually searching for that service, and weak competition on Google. So you'd basically go to Google and type in a phrase like tree service Omaha or roofing Lakeland, Florida, then look at the top 3 to 5 sites on page 1. Are they outdated? Do they have terrible SEO? That's the green light. You have to look for things like, are they outdated? Do they have terrible SEO? That's always going to be a green light here. You always want to see bad sites ranking because that means you can outrank them faster and start getting calls sooner. If the competition is super tough and the sites look dialed in with strong SEO, just move on. There are tons of cities and services out there. You're just looking for low-hanging fruit. Once you've picked your city and niche, the next step is to build the website. Now, I know this part sounds very techy, but I promise you guys it's not. You can basically use any drag and drop site builder. The one that I personally use to keep it simple is Snaps. And you also want to make sure the site is loaded with keyword-rich content so that Google knows what the site is about and where it's located. Think fencing repair Colorado Springs, wood fence installation, chain link repair, and so on. And be sure to include all of those in your headlines, body text, photo alt text, basically everywhere on site. And keep in mind, guys, that the site itself doesn't have to be pretty here. Seriously, my fencing repair site is kind of ugly, but it ranked and it converts, and that's all that matters. And once your site is built out, the only thing left to do is hit publish. After your site goes live, it starts doing what I call the Google dance. Basically, Google is trying to figure out where to rank your site. So over the next few weeks, your rankings will bounce around a lot. You might show up on page 5 one day, page 3 the next. It's totally normal, guys. And once it starts to settle somewhere, usually after the first couple weeks, that's when you move on to the next step, which is SEO. SEO, or search engine optimization, is basically how you push your site up the rankings. There are 2 main things that matter here: content and backlinks. Content is easy. You just keep adding helpful pages to your site. This could be the service area page for a nearby town, a blog post answering common questions, or an About Us page. And the whole goal is to build topical authority so that Google starts seeing your site as the expert for that service in that area. Next up is backlinks, basically links from other websites pointing to yours. Google treats these backlinks like votes. In other words, if a bunch of other sites are linking to you, they assume that you're legit. And there are tons of ways to get backlinks. You can use tools like Ahrefs or Mangools to spy on your competition and grab the same links that they have. You can also join different backlink swap groups, which are super helpful if you're just starting out. Do that consistently, and over the next few weeks, your site will start climbing. And once your site does start generating calls, it's time to make money from there. I always start by offering a free 7-day trial to any business owner that I reach out to. That way they can actually test the leads, close a few jobs, and feel the actual value before paying for anything. At the end of the trial, I just ask if they basically want to keep these leads coming, and boom, monthly rental deal locked in. Typical deals range anywhere from $500 to $2,000 or more a month, just depending on the niche and call volume. Fencing repair itself tends to land in the $600 to $900 range, but higher ticket niches like roofing or water damage can easily go way higher. All in all, what makes this business model extremely different from all of the other stuff out there is how simple and sustainable it is. Once you build out one of these sites, you actually own the digital asset outright. So even if a client ever cancels on you, you're not starting again from scratch. You still have that same site, all of the rankings, and all of the leads. If someone does decide to drop you, you can easily forward all of the calls to somebody else, usually their competition, and that kind of control online is very rare. Once your site is ranked and the client is set up, it's honestly one of the most passive income streams that I've ever experienced. You're not stuck managing orders or answering customer service emails or even worrying about shipping delays. None of that, guys. It's quiet, steady, and completely hands-off. The cool thing is that you can build more than just one and scale easily. You're not just limited to one site in one city. You can stack them slowly or quickly, just depending on your goals or how much time you have. Whether you want to quit your job completely or just make an extra $5,000 a month on the side, it's flexible enough to fit into your life, even if you're busy raising kids or still working full time. And if you guys have been following me for some time now, you'll know that that's exactly what sold me on the whole thing. So to wrap this up, this business model is simple, powerful, and most importantly, it actually works. I've been doing this for a little over 2 years now, and my fencing repair site in Colorado Springs still brings in steady passive income every single month. And I'm not the only one here. There's a whole community of people doing the same thing across different cities and niches. So if you want to see the step-by-step breakdown or check out real examples and social proof, then I've got a link in the description where you can dive deeper. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop down in the comments to let me know what you think about today's video. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.